Alright, so today I'm going to show you guys how I post my beats onto Beatstars and how I post them onto YouTube as well. But there are some key things you need to consider before posting beats, and I'm going to be going over those in this video. So the first thing you want is obviously a beat, so I'm just going to make sure that this is actually done. Alright, so we got our beat done. Easy. What you're going to want to do, and the way I like to export my files, I name all of these tracks. For example, I used a sample by Prod by Hayes, and I took out all the stems, and then I've named them all something. So flute, bells, bells 2, synth, and then bass. Drums, same thing. I got it grouped, so drums, 808, and then effects, and then the tags. I like exporting them as 3 different files, as an MP3 file, as a WAV file, and then compressed file of all the stems. So for the MP3 track, I like to have that be the free version. I like that to have my tags on it. Whatever DAW you have, just export it as an MP3. I always title them as free, and then the sort of style it is. So I guess I'll say ambient future type beat, and then I do like a little hyphen, and then the name of it, I'm gonna call it Cave. And then you export that. And then for the second one, the WAV file, I like to not have the tags in it. So this is my tag track, and I just muted it. Export it, bam. Then instead of an MP3, you want it to be a WAV file. So that's the only difference. And then when I title it as well, you want it to say untagged on there. All right, and then for Ableton users, I'm not sure how you do it on other DAWs, but I know that there's ways. I select all of the stems like this, and then export them individually. Hit file, export. You want to render every track individually. They stay as a WAV file, and then I title them stems like this, and just remove the whole like title and just only keep the name of the track. And then when you go to your files, I make a compressed zip file. I title it stems Cave. And then once all these stem files export, you just kind of drag and drop them into the compressed file. One of the most important parts, I think, about uploading beats is having like a niche, a style, or a theme. Every producer does it differently. This is kind of where you have to find your own way. But a lot of people like to stick to niches. For example, you could do a Sleepy Hollow, and then that could be your niche. Every beat you make, you title it Sleepy Hollow X blank, or Sleepy Hollow type beat. And you just do that consistently, and you get your theme going. All of your thumbnails have Sleepy Hollow in it or are related to him. Also, the way you present yourself is very important. So as I mentioned, having like every thumbnail be Sleepy Hollow keeps it consistent. What I personally do, because I don't tend to stick to a certain style of beats, but so what I do is I use this AI called Midjourney Bot, and I create images, and these are my thumbnails right here that I'm scrolling through. And I always put as one of the keywords purple highlights. Something that is very consistent with all of my thumbnails is that purple is somehow involved in it. And so with the consistency of purple, it makes it easier for someone to recognize my brand. For example, on Instagram, all of my posts are purple, my profile picture's purple. You just know that that's a Chris Palma beat. I have a friend who makes rage beats, and all of them are like neon green. His thing is neon green. And so I try and stick to like a color or some sort of theme, an object, or a person. So for this one, let's just say dark figure in a cave lurking. And then while I make a cover, my files have uploaded. And so I just click here, drag and drop. All right, so we got the image, just download it, easy. Now we're gonna get into the uploading section. So this is pretty easy. You hit upload, upload new, select free, untagged, and then stems, and then I just drag it into here and I hit upload. And then while they upload, I can title my track, I can add the BPM. So this part's pretty self-explanatory, easy to fill out. Copy paste that into it. There you go, there's your title. Add some tags. You can hit here, I do yes with voice tag, Beatstars, add the genre, it's kind of like trap. The moods, angry, yeah, and bouncy. I always do bouncy. BPM is 162, key, D sharp minor, bam. I never add a description, but you totally can. If you're collaborating with someone, don't forget to add them as a collaborator, producer. And then once the files upload, you can hit untagged WAV file right here. So because I titled them, it's easy to tell. So I got my untagged Cave right here, I select it. Track stems, same thing, stems, Cave, easy to tell. Tag beat free, ambient hard, Cave, easy. Select this, same thing, upload file. This one is a little different. You usually have to just drag the image in like this, not a big deal, easy. And then double check that you got everything right. Title, all these are done and available. Cover's done, tags are done. Awesome. I like to schedule my beats ahead of time. You can totally not do this. You can just post them whenever. I do beats every other day. Tomorrow morning is when this beat is going to be released, so the 16th. And I like to do 9 in the morning. Don't know if that's better. I used to do 8:30 and then I just kind of pushed it up a little bit. Scheduled it for 9 in the morning for tomorrow. And then you hit publish. And then the way I upload onto YouTube, I think that it's been pretty popularized. It's still important to mention, but I go onto Tunes to Tube. And so what Tunes to Tube does is it allows you to put an audio file and an image. You just drag it in there and then they make a video for you. And it's a lot easier than having to edit your own video, because a lot of the time it's just going to be an image and then the audio. For the description, I have a very formatted description. It's always pretty much the same. So I just copy paste that on there. I have my link to the beat, my socials, and then I have a little disclaimer for people. And then if I'm collaborating with someone, I add their name to it as well. And then I have the tag section, and I just copy paste a bunch of tags that are related to that type beat. So I hit share, and then I grab the shortened version, I hit copy, and then I just paste it over like that. And now we have my post, and that took like 30 seconds. I make sure it's unlisted because I'm going to be scheduling it ahead of time. So I hit create video, and we just wait like 5 seconds. I could probably do it with no cuts. Let's do it with no cuts. Yeah, and it's done. And so then I go to my channel and I hit right here, unlisted, schedule, and I just hit 9 in the morning, schedule. And that's it. That's exactly how I post on YouTube and Beatstars. So now tomorrow morning at 9 in the morning, this beat will come out on Beatstars, and then this YouTube video with the link to the Beatstars beat is going to come out as well. And I think posting in the morning is always better. Oh, and a little side note as well. So for future releases, I can click on this and I can actually add it to playlists before it even gets released. So I can just put it here, here, this one, and these two. Now, I don't think everyone does playlists, but I like to do them. So it's just a little thing I found. All right, I'm back. The last thing that you can do is by posting on TikTok and Instagram and I don't know, anywhere else. You can make little short pieces of content that are related to your beats or your songs that you make. I wouldn't recommend just reposting the beat. I used to do that, and I think it just kind of clutters up your account, and not a lot of people really engage with that. So I would try and make small little content bits. You can caption it or put a caption over the video that says like, future on this beat goes crazy, or something that's like funny, or it could be something serious, or it could be like actual like questions of feedback, but just something that like engages viewers a lot more than just the beat. An example of this that I made is this short that I made on YouTube, and anything you make on Instagram and TikTok I would try and turn into a short. But so this is a short about Lois Griffin on a hard drill beat.
Oh, Chris. Peter, the horse is here.
Another style of content that I like to make is these like making a this type beat, or it can be like how to make a this type beat, and then they could be shorts. So for example, we have this one where it's just me making a Juice WRLD type beat and I show the process of it. They promote my content. I would say that this specific video, this Juice WRLD type beat video, probably got around 2,000 total views on Instagram and TikTok combined, plus this YouTube short one. And I didn't even really put too much effort into it. It's kind of short. Last thing I would do is, instead of posting on Instagram, you can post a story promoting your beat on Instagram, because you might have followers that are on your Instagram that are not on your YouTube or that are not on your Beatstars, and you can always just send them a little reminder almost. Be like, hey, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube account, or hey, check this new beat out I just dropped. I think small things like that can really go a long way. But yeah, that's kind of my process on how I post stuff. If you guys have different ways, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys think that I'm doing anything that I could be doing better, if you guys got any feedback, please let me know. And if you guys have any ideas for videos, I'm gonna try and be very community involved, so please let me know and I'll totally get right on that shit. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped.